what was the process from, just experiencing this sort of adrenaline rush that music gave you in these moments to deciding, okay, why don't we try doing this? Like we want to be like these bands. We want to create the effect that they had on us, you know?
Do you know the band Hum?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Okay. They had a record out called "You'd Prefer an Astronaut,"
Yeah.
and there's a song on that record called "Stars."
Mm-hmm.
And it's like at the time it was considered like it was like nerd rock, it was indie rock, but this song had such a beautiful like single note picking melody
Mm-hmm.
through the verse.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the chorus came in, I mean, it just trounced,
Yeah.
So Nathan and I went, and a few of our friends went to their concert at the Metro in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Metro is a beautiful theater. I mean, it's my favorite venue in the world. It's like a 1,200 cap room, old Victorian building. And watching that band play, we were just totally blown away. So after the show, we were so amped up. We drove all the way back to our house in the suburbs, like 40 minutes away, and went down. We went down into our basement because my dad had some like old instruments that didn't even come out. I mean, we were so uninterested at that point, or up until that point, that we were like, oh my God, let's get everything out,
Yeah.
get all the gear out. No idea how to use it. And it was, we had a lot of nights. We had the house to ourselves a lot of nights at that point. And I just remember like I kept getting shocked by the bass because it was so old. It wasn't grounded,
Yeah.
I was like, shit. It's like, I don't know how bassists do this, But of course, it was just a total mess, and we didn't make anything even close to music. But that was definitely the night that we discovered, like, all right, man. I remember Nathan and I even looking at each other. We're like, that's what we got to do next,
Yeah, I mean, do you remember the moment where, and I'm describing this moment based on the many conversations that I had with different musicians and some moments that I've experienced myself. But usually when you start playing any sort of an instrument, or when you start just getting yourself involved in music, there's this moment where you are playing alongside someone else and things just click. And
yes,
it's just magic. From you playing something, you just objectively assess that you've been creating a song.
I think it's incredible that you say that, because
thank you.
As you were, I mean, before you even opened your mouth on that one, I was thinking about that, that moment from when we went back and pulled out all the broken gear and we didn't know how to use it, to when we finally got everything to work. And I'll never forget it.
Wow.
Nathan and I had this loft in the city of Chicago, in River West. It was like the fishing district, really.
Mm-hmm.
It was it wasn't residential. It wasn't zoned for residential at all. Mm-hmm. I got this guy, this shady dude who owned this shady old loft building to let us rent it. And I mean, nobody would have dreamed of renting this place, but of course we were all over it. Mm-hmm. It was this huge 3,000 square foot loft. Wow. And we had an artist friend of ours from Tyson Mead from a band called the Chainsaw Kittens. Mm-hmm. He came and painted like murals all over it. Like in the bathroom, he did all the walls, the floor, and the ceiling. It was like, and then just this whole weird diagonal wall that we installed. My bedroom was, okay, so if you walk into the loft, my bedroom was a house on the left, like with windows and a front door and everything, just to go into my little house, Yeah. Nathan's, you go upstairs. It was just weird. It was all built by artists. Like, wow, it's crazy. Probably not the safest thing, but so we started a record label, and we built a stage in there, and we started doing shows, and then our band played there. And I'll never forget, the first time we got a band together. I mean, we could barely play our instruments. I mean, rough. But there was a moment when, like you described, it all jived. I'll never forget it. And it was I mean, I have goosebumps thinking about it. It was like,
Wow.
I, it was a natural high that eclipses any other high, artificial or otherwise.
Yeah.
You can, you're just, it's like you're caught up in the orbit of something. You know, it's like
Exactly.
you can let go and
Yeah.
you just get sucked into this orbit and it's just carrying you. You're float. It's incredible. Like, what a
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah. I mean, personally, you described it in a very similar way to how I feel it. Because the way I describe it is like you're just. I guess it sounds very superficial, but it's just connecting with the universe.
Oh,
It's like
100%. Yeah.
it's just the moment everything that just is connecting, and you're just in the
That's it.
middle of it.
Yeah, that's totally it. You know, and
Yeah.
so I think about that and I think, all right, like, how can you recreate that feel? I mean, that feels to me like the ultimate goal of a human, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like you've got all the yogis and like the shamans, all that. They do all the meditating. It's like I think that's what they're going for, right? Or whether
It,
they experience it or not, or if they do, then they win. Like, you know, that's good for them. But I try to articulate or extract what's actually happening
Mhm.
in those moments, or you know, what are the symptoms that contribute to that moment happening. And one of them, without question, is you're able to turn off your conscious brain, so you're not thinking of anything else in the moment. It's taking you. You don't have to decide and do something. You know, you just let it happen to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's so well said because it's very interesting because I've been thinking about the same thing. Why this sort of sensation occurs. What it's
Yeah, yeah.
based on,
Right.
and I'm always thinking whether it's the fact that we simultaneously experience pure, genuine happiness
Yeah,
and pure and genuine satisfaction of us being able to just you know um, represent ourselves, to
yeah,
just be ourselves and showcase it
yeah,
externally.
yeah.
And I guess it's a combination of many different feelings, but I guess it's very unique because have you experienced this emotion, this sensation again?
Yes.
Oh,
Um,
really?
playing, playing. Okay, the occasions that I've experienced it
Mm-hmm.
are playing live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not every time, but certainly, like the show we did a showcase. Funny enough, at Metro, same venue, when Roadrunner came to see us, and we got signed from that show, and it was great. It was a sold out show, you know, so what, 1,200 people in there or something. And again, everybody was sort of, you know, there's a part where everybody's sort of jumping in unison,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like the whole room again. uh, That's when it's sort of amplified. That feeling is amplified when it's sort of shared with more people, which is why I love concerts so much, because
Yeah.
if everybody's in the same headspace, I mean, that's a trip, you know, it's like an exponential experience of that.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah. Would you say, you know, your fascination with music comes from your satisfaction with music comes from the fact that you're able to express yourself, or from emotionally connecting with other people as well doing that?
Emotionally connecting with other people, for sure.
Yeah.
um, Expressing myself doesn't that doesn't hit, like, that doesn't really resonate, but I feel like,
Yeah.
I guess that's what's happening.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but it's not like I've never looked at it like I need to show everybody who or what I am. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
more like I need to find my tribe, you know,
Mhm.
not like a tribe I'm a leader of, but I need to find the people who coalesce, who's with whom spirits we coalesce, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just love being part of a collective of like-minded, adventurous, creative thinkers.